Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. Do the same at the Grizzly Gentlemen. They are both fantastic deals and they help support the show. What is up, Planeswalkers? Third 6 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena, and as it is Wednesday, let me just double check. Yeah, it's Tuesday. I voted. As it is Wednesday, it's Bolas. However, I had some suggestions on last video when we had Bolas Neck that we don't need the white. You know, some people have asked, like, have you tried Grixis Yorion without the white? Just normal Grixis Yorion. I have not, so I shall. But first, we're going to open this treasure chest because, I don't know, people would be upset if I didn't. Anyway, hopping into, there we go, the deck list. You can see Yorion, our buddy here. And I also had a couple of comments about the number of cards that have ETB triggers, so I tried to up that as well. Although, for some, it still might be insufficient. That said, we're still rocking the 3 Bloodchief's Thirst. Fantastic removal in my opinion. It scales really nicely. 3 Omen of the Seas, a nice ETB card that allows us to scry and draw. It has flash, but frankly in a deck like this, I'm not sure how often that will matter. What is nice is that, 1, we can bounce it with Yorion, and 2, we get to sacrifice it at some point to scry some additional times. Fantastic. 3 Search for Azcanta. We're running an 80 card deck. We want to still make sure that we can hit the cards that we're looking for at the right time. 3 Trial of Ambition. This is a card that is like one of the first things that have been commented that I should try out using Yorion. Because it ETBs and your opponent has a sacrifice creature. We don't have any cartouches, but that theoretically shouldn't be an issue. Because we can potentially just bada bing bada boom, hit someone with Yorion. Yeah, bounce it with Yorion, hit him again. Now, for what it's worth, if this ever comes into play, is having extra things like this does mean that we can technically sacrifice these to Doom Foretold before we have to sacrifice anything of great import. 3 Thought Erasures. We get to surveil. We get to take things from our opponent's hand. As I said in the previous Bolas video, I prefer Thought Erasure here because it surveils and we're playing an 80 card deck. Thoughtseize and Agonizing Remorse, they don't necessarily help me out as much as I would like. This is an interesting 3-drop slot. We're bringing back a couple of cards that I've not played in quite a while. I mean, I don't think I've ever played this in Grixis control, but I haven't played Bedevil in a little bit. We're still using Bonecrusher Giant. I like Bonecrusher Giant. We get to deal 2 damage to early things, and it's a very nice aggressive card against the control decks where we get, you know, a 4/3 beater that doesn't like when you target it. So relatively decent. I think I like this card still for now. 3 Disinformation Campaigns. I thought I want to increase the number of cards that have ETBs that Yorion can take advantage of. And I figured, what cooler card than Disinformation Campaign? There is very, very incredibly slight combination with our Thought Erasures. Technically speaking, we do have some surveil. But this is just a card that lets us draw and has our opponent discard. I don't know how good that will be in the average matchup, but theoretically going turn 2 Thought Erasure into turn 3 Disinformation Campaign against a control deck should be pretty severe, and being able to bounce this late in the game, even if your opponent doesn't have anything you care about getting rid of in their hand, but just having another thing that draws a card, I'm hoping it'll be good. It might not be. Once again, I built this deck from scratch. Like, this is what I came up with. 3 Bedevils. It's Bedevil. It also, for what it's worth, I put Bedevil in here because it allows me to not have a Braids in the sideboard, so that because now we have like main deck Artifact Hate, so that frees up the space that we have since we are running a companion, so we have 1 fewer sideboard slots. We have 7 total Wraths. The other deck had 7. It had 2 Extinction Events, 2 Languishes, and 3 Wrath of Gods, I believe. Here we have 3 Languish, 2 Extinction Event, and then 1 Shadow's Verdict and 1 Hour of Devastation. The Extinction Event allows us to get rid of annoying creatures that have indestructibility or something like that. It also allows us to potentially save our Nicol Bolas, the Ravager, or, you know, if we have like a Bonecrusher Giant and a Yorion, then we can save those 2 and get rid of the evens. But, you know, sometimes it just misses things. You know, if you're going against an aggro deck and they go 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, this is not really what you want. Often, what you want is Languish. Languish allows us to just -4/-4 things. Man, you know what would be great to have? Damnation. 3, oh wait, no, gotta talk about these first. Shadow's Verdict is just generally helpful at erasing Uro's, wait, Uro's not illegal anymore. Huh. Still, it just exiles things, and exiling things is quite nice, especially with the sheer amount of nonsense graveyard decks going around. Hour of Devastation. It hits everything except for Bolas Planeswalkers. Since it hits Planeswalkers, it can be helpful from time to time. 3 Nicol, the Ravagers. This card ETBs and forces our opponent discard. Can you see a minor theme? Imagine Thoughtseize, Thought Erasure, Campaign, Nicol, the Ravager. I don't have a 4-drop one or a 5-drop one that makes them discard. This plussing this one kind of does that, but shut up. Yeah, we get essentially a 2-for-1 if they remove this with a single target removal, and late in the game we can flip it, put that thing down, flip it, and reverse it. I don't know what I'm talking about. 2 Eldest Reborn. We had 2 Elspeth Conquers Death plus 1 Eldest Reborn in the other version. I cut back to 2 here because I wanted to use Ashiok as well. So we have 2 Eldest Reborn. This is a very just nice value card. Force them to sack, force them to discard. We get something back. What's nice about this over Conqueror's Death is that this can get back something from our opponent's graveyard as well, whereas Conqueror's Death can only get back something from ours. This, very similarly, can be bounced with Yorion, so you can get extra triggers on these, as long as, of course, you play the Yorion before the third one resolves. The Ashiok here is quite nice. It allows us another tool to potentially get rid of annoying indestructible cards, but also it's just a nice. It just makes dudes, just makes little nightmare creature things, and they have a really decent ultimate. Scarab God. I like me some Scarab God. I'm going to continue using it. It's just fantastic value. It blocks really nicely. It's very annoying for control opponents to deal with, because if they just kill it, like normally with board wipes and stuff, it's just going to keep coming back, so that's nice. 3 Nicol, Dragon Gods. It's a Grixis Bolas deck. Shut up. And 2 Nicol, God-Pharaohs. It's a Grixis Bolas deck. Shut up. This is the mana base. For the basic lands, I selected... I essentially selected my favorite non-full art lands that we have here on Arena from the Amonkhet Remastered sets. That said, I didn't really like any of the swamps. This is the best swamp of the swamps that aren't full art. But man, I do love these ones. Anyway, yeah, this is the mana base. It should hopefully be fine. I ran the analytics, and this is an 80% chance to cast on turn 3, and this is an 80% chance to cast on turn 5. So we do have some small potential issues, but hopefully it's not going to be too bad. As for our sideboard, we have a Grafter's Cage against the annoying graveyard decks, as well as potentially goblins. 2 Feed the Swarm, just to get rid of any pesky enchantments. 2 Narsets, control is very annoying. 2 Cry the Canarium, super fast aggro. 2 Necromentia, I just like to make things go away. 2 Ashiok Dream Renders, this is great against specific decks for the Search Clause, but also we just get to exile things from annoying opponents. 2 End of the God Eternals against aggro, and 1 Thought Distortion against control. And we're going to hop on into traditional play mode. Traditional ranked. Historic play. I did, like, just finish eating my leftover Chinese food. So I'm a little stuffed right now. Which means I'm probably going to be incoherent at times. I will try my best. Thor Fan 34. My assumption is this is a 34-year-old person who enjoys Thor. I'm going to play first. I'm going to keep this. And we got turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. Like, what is not to love here? Probably just play this mountain. Maybe I don't. Death of Triumph. I mean, I guess I don't. I play this instead. What are you playing? Not even the cool version of the Triumph. I mean, for what it's worth, like, the art's good, but like the comic book styles are just fantastic. Got a couple backlog questions from the Discord server. Splinter Twin Unjustly Banned, don't know why that's your name, asks top 3 Bolas quotes. Yeah, I can't do top 3. I can do my favorite one from Arena specifically. What are you doing? What are you playing, dude? 4-color Garbo? We'll graveyard this. Do you have a counterspell or something? No, just a dumb growth spiral. Alright, cool. So, 4-color ramp, I guess? Alright, you look like 4-color ramp. Can cycle this, I suppose. But yeah, my favorite Bolas quote on Arena is, I am a god once again! I got rid of a basic first. So this turn, probably going to be playing Watery Grave tapped, putting Yorion in my hands, potentially. Yes, I am aware. You have 4 colors. Are you going to cast something? Uro is not banned. I'm not smart. I guess I just forgot Uro wasn't banned because he should be. Why is this card legal? This card is what I like to call a mistake. Well, by Languish. I don't need Languish. Not in this matchup. I don't need all of this either. Can you believe this, ladies and gentlemen? I know I can't. I have 5 cards in there, so they can't play this just yet. I can cycle Fetid Pool, or I can just put Yorion into my hand. Considering my opponent has... They use the Thoughtseize there. Possibly just to help Uro get put into play. But also, like, Justice possibly? This is bad.
Strange and magnificent world.
Not great. I wouldn't hate a Shadow's Verdict. I mean, I wouldn't hate, like, literally any gas. I can't keep this. I need gas. This is not gas. No, they Thoughtseize me, take my Yorion. And, bring back their Uro. You didn't even tap it for mana, dude! What are you doing? Grixis for a ton. Holding up the black mana. Potentially Thoughtseize me. Of course, they draw the Thoughtseized. Shadow's Verdict is still good here. They're using the good one on that. Extinction Event for even is just as good. She's at 8 now, right? Okay, just 7. Just 7, that's fine. They can Uro.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Man, it's crazy that, like, I could really use Damnation here. They decide to do that. Oh, because they can do both! Wait, no. These don't tap for blue. This only tap for 1 blue. They can't do both. Interesting. You're sure. Interesting. Alright, so we have Azcanta. Okay. I didn't expect that, but I guess I'm fine with it. If they were going to do that, they misplayed. They should have tapped their basic swamp and their Watery Grave.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
But we all know that 4-color ramp players, they're brainless. I'm just gonna put all these cards together and I'm gonna just win. Because I'm playing broken cards like Nissa in Uro. I sound salty, and I am. These 2 cards should not be legal in this format. Oh my gosh, it's Uro. Yep, sure. I mean, for what it's worth, I did draw very poorly. I drew a ton of lands. It's possible I should only have 36 lands in this version. It's possible I should only have 35 lands. Yasharn as well. So I could even, theoretically, and be... I'm still in a bad place. They grab nothing, obvious. I guess I'm going to take Extinction Event here. Why don't I just put in? Yeah, because we don't have Damnation, our board wipes just don't line up at all. But Extinction Event is, like Shadow's Verdict, I guess, is technically the best. It gets rid of everything but Yasharn. Hour of Devastation doesn't get rid of Uro. Languish only really gets rid of Nissa lands, that's why I cut that one. Alright, Disinformation Campaign is cute, but it might not be good for the deck. Justin, why did you keep the Bloodchief's Thirst? It scales. Okay, this has potential. It is important to note that this will come in tapped. Never mind. Would I just Bonecrusher on turn 3? Should I just Bonecrusher on turn 3? I think I should. There's a non-zero chance they're holding up Aether Gust. But I think, yeah, having this resolve here will hopefully put a decent amount of pressure on my opponent. Narset's fine, I get to just kill Narset's.
Keep an open mind.
Negate is fine, I get to fly under Negate. This Bolas does not care about that. In fact, I think I'm going to just play Nikki B. Now, my opponent does have Languish. So, if they're able to just Languish me here, that would be pretty unfortunate. 5 mana.
I was not prepared for this.
Probably just hold up Castle Vantress, maybe? I'm not sure. Yeah, looks like they could potentially languish me. No, single target my Bolas, so I'm fine with that 2 for 1. Do I graveyard this? My opponent currently doesn't have a blue-green lands, which means that if they play Narset, or if they play Nissa, they wouldn't be able to protect her with this. I'm gonna graveyard the Thirst. Don't you play? I'm gonna play Canyon Slough here. I want to get to Bolas. And this can come in untapped.
Dream
I'm just gonna try and get rid of some things.
behold my epic.
You are
Hit him in the face.
Such violence is upsetting.
I guess I could have milled myself there, actually. Yeah, it's possible I should have milled myself there. That was a bit of a mistake. I didn't need to exile anything in the graveyard. I should have milled myself there. That was definitely a mistake. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad. Oh yeah, you can't search. Get F'd. Come on, Shame Concede. Do it. Shame Concede. Damn. They didn't even play it. That's... Oh, right, they couldn't. Lol. Let's library this. Let's... I could... Black. I mean, I could hold up Bedevil. And put Yorion to hand. 6. Sure. Okay, just had to make sure. The right things. Should target myself, dum-dum. I'm fine with all those going in there. Alright, so next turn I can put something in the graveyard if I haven't played Bedevil. If I do play Bedevil, then it'll be alright. Let's see. I forgot I can actually just check if they've played. So I've seen these cards. Oops, stop that. Yeah, that's fine. Do you put a land into play so that you can use this negates? You do. You take 2 life for it. I'll take that. This negate does not hit creatures. But at this point, I can just use Azcanta here. Yeah, I like that. Guard of the Uro as well.
I am in need of rest.
I don't know how much Narset affects this deck. My deck. Yeah, just playing land goes not great when I have an active Azcanta. But feel free to instant speed kill my stuff. I don't care. I'll take this Thought Erasure. Don't mind if I do. Guess with this bad boy. Negate me, I dare you. I double dare you. I triple dog carry. Negate me one more time. Fine with me. Opponent knows about the Yorion in hand. I'll put them on dead if I... I'm doing this... I'm gonna Yorion and bounce both of these, I think. But I do want to get more information off their deck, potentially. Sure. I do not care about that at all. I don't think they scried that either, so... There's not inherently any value in doing that. Is Mythos the only reason they're playing white? Oh, Yasharn. Right, there's Yasharn as well. I mean, Yasharn, for what it's worth, does do nicely against the Saktos decks. The unfortunate bit, of course, is this is game 2. If I win, I still have another game. Slick Samos asks, what would the missing 3-color planeswalkers look like? I don't know what that means. So we have Nicol Bolas, who I believe right now is the only 3-mana planeswalker. That's interesting.
Together, we will prevail.
Cool. Anything I care about? No. Yeah, I don't think I need to be running Disinformation Campaign in the main. Or at all, frankly. I just, I thought it'd be cute. I thought it'd be cool. This stuff again? Bruh. Feed the Swarm, no. Another God Tunnels, no. No. No, no, no. You will die. No, this is fine. But yeah, we don't have the characters for those. So we wouldn't really be able to quantify what those could even look like. This hand is not great. It's not bad. It's just not great. And we definitely won off of the back of the Bonecrusher Giant. Fetid Pools turn to Omen of the Sea. I'm the first to admit this hand is risky, but they mulligan twice. That's helpful. But also, I didn't want to go down. We have lands and castable spells, plus technically an extra card. I didn't want to go down and potentially get a 2-lander, have to mulligan again. So. Shallow Ambition is hilarious, but still technically usable in this matchup. I would have loved to see an auto pass there. That'd be great. So they're gonna be on 4. I'll be on 2. Thought Erasure against an opponent who mulliganed twice is pretty decent. We take the arrow here. Crisis would only be for 1. Yeah, we take the arrow here. I don't think we keep that. We don't have 3. Doesn't matter. We don't need an additional blue. We need more black, if anything. They could potentially get a Hydro Crisis for 2. So they would gain 1 card off of it. But I'm not terribly worried about that. Okay, so yeah, they can Crisis for 2. I have no idea why they did a Crisis for 2 there.
If you wish to surrender now, I understand. I have just the trick for this.
I'll take the Eldest Reborn here because I think if I win this game, it's still going to be based on value. Or my opponent just not drawing another land. Yeah, they missed. I don't know why you don't play that there. That makes zero sense to me. Yeah, I'm fine just doing this.
Hone your prowess.
Didn't need another trial. But I'll take it. Yeah, end of turn here, we just unload the sea. To get a red source, I suppose? They played an arrow, they don't get to draw. Wub wub. I'll take the swamp, but not the Nikki. I guess here I can just Castle Vantress. I'm not holding up anything. I can't do anything at instant speed here. But I do think I just hold up Castle Vantress. Yeah. Another arrow. You don't even get to draw a card. Like, you get to gain life here. But you don't get to draw. You don't have another green source to bring these back. For what it's worth, I think my opponent is correct in doing that. Yeah, I'll keep Canyon Slough. Yeah. Yeah. Luckily, my opponent has been slow in getting other things down. I technically could play this Eldest Reborn here, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna pass again, use Castle Vantress. I could sack this, but no reason to. I have this. Okay, I think I'm running the correct number of lands. No, another blue source. But, I mean, two of these cards are useless. Bedevil. Don't think I'm going to need it all. Here I'm actually probably going to play the Bonecrusher Giant. See what's in their hands. I don't need to worry about Uro. Yeah, I don't need to worry about Uro here. I have plenty of ways of getting rid of it, and they can't draw a card from it, so I do not particularly care. Negate on that. Interesting. I guess I can play Bonecrusher Giant to essentially force them to use Extinction Event now. Yeah, I mean, I might as well. Dealing the 2 damage to them doesn't do much at all. This has a reward, so. Got 6 mana. What would you like to play? Grixis for 3. You don't get to draw cards. I don't know why you didn't do it for 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I have enough black? I do have enough black to do this and trial, so I will. So we trial first, so that they can't just sack their Grixis.
In exchange for eternal servitude.
To my Bolas plussing. We plus with Bolas. They exile probably the Extinction Event? I don't honestly know. Maybe to get rid of a basic swamp? Yeah, it's either Extinction Event, basic swamp, or concession. I don't really think they have any room for recourse here. Yep. And then I thought something face 4.
Schemes are never ending.
Shut up, cat. You see the thing hiss at me? Why is this one cut in half? Oh, there's flowing water here. I've never realized that before. Yeah, the thing is, you don't get to draw a card. So you have a 6/6, but not for nothing. That's pretty much nothing. Thought sees me. Oh no, my Eldest Reborn. Yeah, I also have a Trial of Ambition. I even got Shadow's Verdict, which I use, obviously. So first things first, we're going to Trial. Get rid of your Earl. Plus my Bolas. They get rid of a... They should get rid of Basic Swamp. I think that's incorrect. They have a lot of black, but they only had the 3 blue. I think I don't know their deck, obviously, but I feel like getting rid of Basic Swamp there is technically correct. Unfortunately, that's all I could freaking play. Gotta be a one-match video. But that's the beauty of Bolas. Bolas is back every Wednesday, every week. Packs. So yeah, I'm gonna look at the packs, gonna get my dumb mastery thing. And then, as usual, I'll do my after-game report. Kind of talk a little bit about what cards I think performed well, what cards I might be considering. Fun fact, I'm not technically considering anything because I don't really know what else to put here. I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. The fact that we don't have Damnation is damnable. It's absolutely stupid. It's so hard to have a good response if you're playing a non-white control deck. Campaign probably just isn't good enough. So I could theoretically replace that with something like Murderous Rider. Oh, first of all, before I move with anything, how do I feel about everything else? Yeah, I feel pretty much fine about everything else. And go over here. Oh, wait, I think this is literally every card. Yeah, so this is literally every card that I considered. 127, not including the lands, or including the lands. Yeah, this is all the cards that I considered. Then I trimmed that down, and this became the main cut of cards. So you can kind of see the types of things I was thinking of. Saheeli, not technically terrible, but I think I might try Elspeth's Nightmare in the main, where Disinformation Campaign is. Let me know what you think of that, about that specific change in the comments, and also let me know what other specific cards you think might be good here. I mean, I consider things like Atris and stuff, but my 4-drop slot was very much taken over by trying to make sure I had a sufficient number of board wipes. If I still play the Discoveries, maybe Disinformation Campaign gets better, but I think for now I'm going to try Elspeth's Nightmare. Yeah, I think for now I'm going to try Elspeth's Nightmare. Also helps against Graveyard deck, so we'll see. I'd like to thank my lovely patrons, especially Fogwind and Malik, for the continued support. If you'd like to join them and support the show, you'll find links in the description below. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that fantastic stuff really helps out the show. And of course, until next time, all will be one.